Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and given that it's Fallen Acorn February, we're going for a Fallen Acorn beer. It's this one, it is. We'll pay you in exposure, and it is a 7% Frose. And I've never had a beer of that style before, so when I saw it on the website, I had to give it a try. And it says on the side of the can, not quite sure, our landlord accepts exposure. How rude of him. I don't think the local shop does either. What is this crazy world we're living in when you can't pay for food, electricity, rent, phone bills and all those other essentials with the influencer currency of choice? You certainly can't pay for 250 kilograms of pineapple, 130 kilograms of passion fruit and 80 kilograms of peach with it. It's criminal. They wouldn't even let us pay for a shit ton of Barty rum soaked raisins, cinnamon and vanilla with it. How did this beer even happen? And yeah, exposure. Yeah, interesting one. It's one that you hear a lot as I've heard it over the years, you know, as a budding guitarist in various little bands, you know. Oh, we can't pay you, but we can pay you in exposure. It's going to be great for your band. It's like, yeah, no thanks. Anyway, interesting style of beer, Frose. Never had it. Sounds fruity, sounds delicious with a little bit of cinnamon. It could be a magical thing. Let's find out, shall we? Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. So we're going to pour into my teku. And the pour is, wow, seriously fruity. Not a lot of carbonation going on. See, that's seriously thick though. Seriously thick. And wow, that is insane. That's nuts. Look at that. It's like watching paint. It's the colour of pure fruit juice, but it's got the consistency of paint. You could, wow, nuts. It's nuts. So it looks amazing. Let's go for a whiff. Oh, okay. Fruity as hell. There's no two ways about it. So it's crazy. Big fruit, big fruit. I'm getting pineapple. I'm getting a little hint of sharpness. I'm getting the cinnamon. It's not obviously cinnamon. It's cinnamon mixed with the fruit, and it's kind of giving it that warmth that cinnamon does. I'm getting the raisins, and that's messing with my head. The raisin type aromas I usually get with like a dark ale, not with a beer of this style. It's messing with my head. Not getting the rum, but I am getting the sweetness of the vanilla. So, it looks amazing. It smells like something that's messing with my head. Let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers. That is thicker than two short planks. It's obscenely thick. It is just, yeah, heavy. Think engine oil and then some. The carbonation is there, and as I was pouring, I was saying, it doesn't look to be a lot. It's because it's hidden by that body. It can't get through. It's like something I've never had before. Well, I clearly haven't. The flavours are huge and fruity. Definitely getting the pineapple. Definitely getting the warmth of the cinnamon. The raisins are there in abundance. The vanilla is balancing it. The peach. It's there in the background. Passion fruit is just a little sharpness to it. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's not what I'd call hoppy. It's definitely fruity. It's like breakfast juice in a glass. Only alcoholic. And speaking of the alcohol, you can get a hint of the booze. It is cutting through the fruit. But those raisins are really messing with my head. They really are. I don't know what to make of it. It's messing with my head. That said, the rum-soaked raisins, they're nice. I like them. I like the flavour profile. It just is not what I was expecting at all. You know, I didn't really know what to expect, but certainly not this. How did that happen? How did it come to life? Maybe the boys and girls at Fallen Acorn can let me know, because this is not your ordinary beverage from any brewery. This is out there. It's experimental. It's nice. It is nice. I like it. It's going down easy. So, we'll pay you in exposure some points. And we're going to go to the scoreboard of joy from Untapped first of all, which has got a kindly reminder of 318 check-ins with an average of 4.19. Now that's high. That's high. That's high for anything on Untapped, let's be honest. And let's give it some points from my side. So it's currently empty. We've got the usual 5 pillars of judgment plus the 3 extra bonus options. Let's go. So the appearance is marvellous. There's no getting away from that. I mean, even now, it's wonderful. Just look again. Look at that colour up close. I mean, look at the mess it's making in the glass. There's so much fruit juice in there. That's why it's so opaque and just, it looks delicious. I cannot fault it. The only thing I'd like more of, but I get why it's not there, is a head. But that doesn't really detract because the body of the beer looks stunning. It's getting a 4 point. The aroma is stunning if you like lots of fruit, and I do. It does, though, mess with your head. Like I say, it looks like a big, juicy craft IPA. It smells a little bit like a juicy IPA crossed with an old school dark English ale, because you got that raisin, that dark fruit, that Christmas cake thing coming through. It's a weird smelling beer, but I like it. The cinnamon is there. It just offers the warmth. It's not a huge flavour on its own. It's not dominating, and that's probably, a good thing, because it could overpower and completely take away from all the subtle flavours of the fruit and the aromas of the fruit as well. I like it. I would just... it's messing with my head. I'm going to come back to the score for the aroma. The body, I cannot fault. It's super heavy. I didn't know what this style is all about, but now I know. It's just bundles and bundles of fruit juice and flavour. It's going to get a full point on the body. It's nice. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel. It's cloying. It's heavy. It's like drinking single cream. There's no getting away from that fact. The taste, we're going to go to the taste. And then we're going to go back to the aroma. It's fruit juice crossed with a dark English ale. And that's the rum-soaked raisins. The rum, as I'm drinking more of it, I said at the beginning I couldn't really detect it, but it's coming through slowly. And it's bringing that kind of, that bay spice type thing coming out. It's really quite nice. The raisins are beautiful. The vanilla balances it. The pineapple's there. The peach is there. The passion fruit is just subtle and it gives it a little tang. It's nice. And the cinnamon, like I say, it just influences things just a little bit, bringing that warmth and just a subtle flavour. The taste, I really love. I'm giving it a point. So back to the aroma. It messes with my head, but I like it a lot. I'm going to give it the point. And the finish. I did not have a single clue what to expect of this style of beer. So I'm finding it hard to be objective about does it fit the brief of the style. So I'm just going to go with do I like it or not. Yes, I like it. It's sweet. I'm not getting much in the way of hop. I will say that. That's the only thing really missing from this for me is a big hop influence. But I like what I'm tasting. As that beer, and I'm struggling to call it a beer, fades, the flavour fades, you get the warmth of the cinnamon. That's where most of it comes from. And you get just a general, all-round, nice, fruity flavour. I'm going to give it the 0.75 because I just want a bit more beer-like experience on the back end. So it can't get the bonus point, but does it represent value for money? And I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's going to be around about the 3.5, 4 quid, something like that, as per a lot of the other beers. Maybe a bit more, 4.50. I think it's good. You know, it's value for money. Yeah, it's not something I've had before in this style, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's good value for money. Would I buy it again? There's an interesting one because I like beer to be beer. I appreciate the experience of drinking this one. I just want more beer. So I'm going to say no, I wouldn't buy it again. And because it doesn't get the full 5 out of 5, it can't be eligible for the full bonus point. But it's still a damn fine beer. So it's got 4.75 out of 5 with the value for money tick as well. So yeah, decent stuff. Decent stuff indeed. It's certainly different. And you could happily pay me in this one, just not exposure. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I like the artwork as well. I forgot to mention that. You know, it's really cool. Full on Acorn. Certainly don't let you down with the can art. It's kind of funky, and yeah, I like it a lot. So yeah, we'll pay you in exposure. It's certainly something that I've enjoyed trying because it's different. I've not tried a beer of this style before. And on that note, I'm just going to say that's been the beer. Those down there are the buttons. England won against Wales at Twickenham today. So spoiler alert right there. And I've been me. So I will see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.